Okay, are you ready for the interview?
Yeah.
Okay. So, can we start?
Yeah.
Here we go. So, what's your name?
Well, my name is TABISH, but you could call me TABISH.
So, what do you do, Mr. Kadish? Do you study or work?
Yeah. Well, I have done a bachelor's from the University of Manipur last year, but apart from that, I'm in the construction business.
Can you tell me something about your family or friends?
Yeah. Well, I have a very large family. We are about 12 people living in our family. We are 8 brothers and 3 sisters of our parents. And everybody of us is involved in different kind of activities. Everybody is self-employed. We are into different kind of businesses and all those things.
You're all living together in one house?
Yeah, we have a really large family, and we are living in a joint family system, and that's very awesome for us, and that's a very good feeling that we live together.
Are you thinking of moving to a new house in the
No.
future, probably?
Maybe that could be a possibility, but right now I'm not planning for that.
Okay. So why some people they leave their houses and then they move to new houses and they leave their family as well?
What I think is there are quite few possibilities, and there are quite different cases of everybody has their own situations. Some people are not comfortable in the joint family systems. Some people are concerned about the privacy things, and some people are concerned about the financial means. Most of the times, finance is a basic reason for moving out of a family. So for me, that's not a problem. For me, living together means the life is more beautiful. If you're living in a joint family, that's more beautiful. That's really amazing and wonderful. You can enjoy a lot of moments and all those things.
If you move to a new house, so a new place, your new house, where would you go? What would be your dream house?
My dream house would be a log house. I love to have a house made of wood on the bank of a river or stream, and on right across some plains or the forest, and to have some grass and greenery and mountains and surrounded by the mountains. So that's my dream house, and if I ever moved out of my city, I would definitely go for that thing.
Are you happy with your neighbors in the current house?
Yeah, I'm really happy with them. They're really cooperative and they're really helpful a lot of times.
What is the thing that you dislike about them?
Well, sometimes their children become noisy. They make a lot of noises. They used to play cricket or a lot of other games, and sometimes they're really disturbing while I'm sleeping or while I'm doing some work. They really disturb me, and I hate that about them. But apart from that, they're really nice.
Are they your relatives?
Oh, no, not really. They are not my relatives, but they are just living beside our home from a very very long time, and they are not relative, but they're more than relative. It means a lot to us.
So, do you spend most of your time at home or outside your home?
Well, most of the time I spend my time out of the house, because generally, as I mentioned previously, that I'm involved. I'm in the construction business and real estate. So for running that business, it's necessary that you have to go out and meet with different kind of people and to make different deals. And for that purpose, sometimes I don't available at the home. And only maybe there are some kind of holidays where you can find me at home, but apart from that, I'm always out of home.
What's the place that you really like to go out of your house and why?
Well, the place where I want to go is my village, because it's surrounded by the mountain, and there's a lot of peace, and I like it, and I like to be in a quiet place. As I mentioned earlier, that I like a log house. With that, I like that because I like peace, and I like to have the mental peace too. So for that purpose, I would love to go to my village whenever I find some time, and I will definitely go visit my village again in the next coming month.
Okay, well, that is the end of the part 1. So now we are just going into the part 2. So I'm going to give you a topic, And topic is describe a favorite attraction you enjoyed visiting.
I'm sorry?
Describe a tourist attraction you enjoyed visiting. Because some other questions, like to take help from these questions, you can. Write down your name.
That's TABISH ARAFAT, TABISH. And for ARAFAT, ARAFAT.
I'm going to give you 60 seconds.
Okay.
Your time starts now. Okay, 1 minute is up. So just you have to keep on speaking until I get satisfied from you and I'll stop you. Okay? So you can proceed with your speaking if you're ready.
Okay. So the tourist attraction I really enjoy visiting was waterfall. It's in my village, and I would mention the name of my village is Brug, and generally to reach there we have to take a boat from the shore of the Trovela, and generally the boat takes about 2 to 3 hours to our village, and after that there is a hiking part. The hiking part is about 1 to 2 hours too. So while following, you can go to that waterfall by following the river. Okay, and when you reach there, there's a waterfall from the it's a really high. It's falling down from a really high place, and it's a really good scenario whenever I go there and whenever I visit that. And most of the people like to visit that because people like to have like the waterfalls, and they like to have some good time there. And most of the people generally go there to have have photographies and all those things. I went there in the last January or I guess February, and when I went there, I had really good time there. We did swimming, and we captured a lot of pictures and all those things. We did a really large session of photography with the waterfall, and well, the water was really cool. It was really cold, and we were like freezing when after the swimming part, and it was really nice to be there. And most of the people, even sometimes I recommend my friends and my colleagues to go there and to have a good time there, because it's a really attractive place, and people usually love to enjoy the nature, and you can have a good time if you go there. So for me, nature the nature is a part of life, and I love to enjoy nature because it gives me mental peace, and whenever I'm stressed from work, it gives me a relieving effect. So for that part, I usually most of the times I visit my village, or like sometimes I go out to the northern areas. So it's better to have vacations to some really cool areas and some really cool places so that you can get out of the stress the stresses of your life and the stresses of your job and business and all those things. So and what I mentioned about the waterfall, I forgot to mention about the waterfall that it had sometimes if you go out there at like noon, there's a possibility that you could see a rainbow going through it, and you can if you're lucky enough, you can capture the photos with that rainbow and the water going down, and and you guys going into swimming park. You guys doing the swimming and all those things.
Yes, no. You have spoken like more than 3 minutes. Okay. So, was it your first visit to that place?
No, I had been there for quite a few times. If I'm honest, to be honest, I have been there since my childhood.
Who do you like to go with?
Well, sometimes it's my cousin who love to visit that too. But usually, but the last time when I visited my village, it was my friend from Swabi.
Okay. So, are there other people visiting the same place?
Well, there are many. That case depends upon the time period of the year. If it's a time where people have their vacations and people are going through their holidays, you could find a lot of people there.
What's the best time in the year to visit that place?
Well, that's a really tricky question, but for me, it's like April is a really good time because if you are expecting it to be a quiet, then you should go in the May and April. But if you want that place to be crowded, you should definitely go in the July.
Are there good places to stay?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or did you ever try to have some campings over there?
Well, a few years back when I had camping there, but usually there aren't any hotels. But the people who are living there, they are really cooperative and they're gonna supply with you. With everything you need to have the camping or to have fishing, whatever you like. And it's well, you don't feel to be far from home. It's a place like home there.
Okay. Did you bring some souvenirs from there as well?
Well, not exactly the souvenirs, but I did bring some really cool stones which were carved by the water flowing down through the stream, and I did bring those, but not the souvenirs, because it's not kind of that place.
So, what food did you eat there? Was there something special of that area?
Oh yeah, well, the Turbera Lake is famous for its fish, and from fishes. When the fish, if you go, you're gonna find that the trout and mahshir, those are really famous of that area. And we had a fishing session too on the second day of our trip, and we put some net in the lake, and later that night we caught some fish, and then after that the local person who helped us cooking those fish, and we enjoyed that.
What are the other tourist facilities that you can want to name? Are there any tourist facilities in that area?
Tourist. Well, there are some tourist facilities because generally people who like to travel and who like to tour places, they expect the place to have really cool hotels or at least rooms which are very comfortable for them, and they should be supplied with the supplements which they need throughout their journey at this place. In terms of that, they are it's full of these facilities because people are quite cooperative, and they can supply you with the needs and with everything.
Why this place is so different from the others that you visited before?
Well, the northern areas, I mentioned about the northern areas earlier. There's a quite large difference because for the northern areas there are a lot of hotels and there are a lot of restaurants there. You can find a lot of people there. But this place is surrounded by the mountains, and it's a kind of sometimes you can get an idea of a haunted place. So it's a really quiet place. You don't expect a lot of people there.
So what is that you think needs to be improved?
Well, what I think is there should be some really cool, recreational facilities. Like they could put some lifts over there, like the rope lifting and all those things. Somebody could introduce the paragliding part, and in areas like this, paraglidings and rope lifting, those are really cool ideas. have, and people are gonna really enjoy those things.
Okay. Spend like 15 and a half minutes together. Okay. And it's really enough for a single interview.
Okay.